Hi there. I was having discussion with my son, and my son was very happy to inform me that one of his friends, university friend, basically, he just 18, 19 of his age, and he was telling me, Papa, that my friend has published a book. My goodness, I was amazed, pleasant surprise. You know, you people, you Generation Z, you people are loaded with a lot of intelligence, right? So let's go explore today, aside pursuing your course, aside your academic excellence, what you should focus on, what you should work on. So when you complete your bachelor's of 3-4 years, or maybe your master's, so that you are ready when the recruiters come, when you're sitting in the placement drive, or maybe you want to become an entrepreneur. In both the cases, in either of the case, what competencies, what skill sets you need to possess, practice, polish during these few years. If I may share with you certain of my practical perspectives, yeah. So, information age, yeah. We all exist in this information age, right? Maybe 25, 30 years ago, when this World Wide Web started, the internet basically started. There was a boom of information, and in in 1 decade, it's like information overload. So big data, all those degrees, isn't it? All those, demand, data crunching, data mining, and so on and so forth. All kinds of industries, basically, everything is now digital. You, Generation Z, you are a digital native. So if I may ask you most respectfully, boys and girls, so what are your strengths and what are your areas of improvement, weakness? I'm sure you must be doing your SWOT analysis, keeping in mind your goal, your professional goal, or maybe your personal goal. That's how SWOT analysis should be done, because it gives the direction. Some of your strengths which I observed, keeping in mind my son, and when I interact with the students of Generation Z, you people are digital natives, yeah. You have great speed of thought, yeah. Because when you are born, when you look around, everything is available to you. Be it TV, be it internet, be it smartphones, be it tabs, laptops, everything. The world has changed. You got amazing technological exposure, isn't it? So you are having higher IQ than ours. Your brain processing time is very fast. So you tend to get bored very soon. Yeah. So slowly I'm coming towards, what are the challenges, or maybe what are the areas of improvement, or maybe weaknesses. I don't like this word weaknesses, but that's fine. That's basically, you got IQ, but I'm just questioning you. I'm just, probing. What happens to emotional intelligence then? Are you equally good when it comes to emotional intelligence? You have speed, but are you getting into the right direction? Because speed sometimes, may lead to the wrong direction. The direction is very important. Yeah. So you are digital natives. You are there on social media. But are you addicted? Are you using the social media, or social media is using you? Yeah. Are you investing your energy in that way? Yeah. So these are certain, questions come to my mind, and I thought, let me have this discussion. Yeah. So I have thought of this acronym called ENCASH. Let's encash life, right? ENCCASH. It should be, but my ENCASH is ENKASH. Earlier I used to talk a lot about this CASH as an acronym. So knowledge, attitude, skill, and habit. So now I have prefixed with EN. That E stands basically for energy, and N for networking. So let's get into it now. By energy management, I mean, boys and girls, self-management. Because if you ask me, what is self? It is, just a bundle of energy. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It keeps transforming, right? The only permanent form is to transform. Yes. So basically, what you think, as you think, so you are. Mind is everything. That's what Buddha said. Yeah. What you eat, you are that. Yeah. What kind of friend circle you have, that has that influence. And maybe I can use the strong word, that has an impact which leads to an action. Yeah. So energy management. So please check on this: what you are eating, what you are drinking, where you are spending most of your time on the screens, what you are watching, yeah, to whom you are interacting with, yeah, because you are the average of your 5 friends. So energy management. Many times, because this is an information age, and one of the side effects of information is basically that lethargy, not just physical lethargy, but intellectual lethargy. And we stop exploring because the data is available, the information is available. So never stop exploring yourself. No, we'll get into it later on, yeah, where we are leading to, because the basic question comes, if this is information age, so what's next to information age? Where we are leading to? Have you already embarked certain age, some different age? Has information taking some different shape? Yeah, because if this is information age, then what next? We'll get into it. But let's understand about energy. So when it comes to energy management, I told you, now rest, you work on it. You work on it. Find your own way to manage your energy, because once you are able to overcome lethargy and get into action mode, get into moving basically from the so-called negative zone to the positive zone. Positive zone in sense, keeping in mind your goals, your career goals, your life goals. Are you heading on the right direction and in the right manner? That's what energy. I mean, I'm going to take more time, because then the video will become very lengthy. We can talk for hours and hours on energy. Next, there is networking. That actually, that news, when my son said to me that his friend, a girl basically, she published a book. She's just pursuing her bachelor's and she's in just second year. Wow, look at our age, maybe the baby boomers or maybe the X generation. We could afford to think even writing a book towards the end, maybe when we get into the 40s or something like. But now you people, yeah. So now you people are gifted. You people are gifted. When someone tells me to conduct communication skills workshop for Generation Z, मैं सोचता हूँ यार इनको communication skill की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है, because everything is covered during the schooling. Yeah, during our time we lack these soft skills, isn't it? So people from our age, when we were talking about communication skill, that makes sense. But you people, communication skill, then I should ask a question. Okay, if you're good in communication skills, are you good in connecting with people? That level one should, probe. That level one should explore. If you're able to connect, and are you able to sustain that connection? Yeah, or maybe the advanced version of communication skills is basically the application, that is basically presentation skills. Isn't it so? Yeah. So, networking, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, networking. If I may ask you again most respectfully, are you there on the job sites? Be it when you are pursuing a bachelor's, master's, any which ways, because they are immediate to their campus recruitment. So they will be there. But I would in fact request even the people who are in their 12th standard, so explore the job sites. If you want to get into government jobs, yeah. Are you preparing for those competitive exams? Aside your studies, must do that. Keep backup plan. Plan A, plan B, plan C. Backup ka bhi backup hona chahiye, yeah. That's what. Remain focused, yeah. Don't get confused. Don't be everywhere, Just filter it out. Whatever, you can think of. You can. Maybe just a handful of things which are in your control, which you can pursue, which you can focus on. Yeah. So networking, number one. Job site, you should be there. Also start building your profile. Yeah, because suppose you are pursuing a bachelor's and soon after your bachelor's you want to get into a job, or you want to start your own firm or something like. You want to become an entrepreneur. So what's there in you? Suppose any recruiter comes and he scans all the resumes. It's a placement drive. How your resume, your profile should be more appealing, more practical to this person, this recruiter. So in these 3 years, 4 years of your bachelor's, or maybe then 2 years of your master's, you need to focus on your profile building. That's very important. That's very important. Because if you ask me, what after information age, I would say it's basically ideation. It should lead to generation of ideas and concept. And then definitely it is ideation and then application. Application, immediate application. I always say application. If you have information, what you will do with that? Apply. Yeah. If you got an idea, what you will do with that? Apply. Maybe that idea, if it is not feasible, that's fine. Park. Okay. Wait. But if it is a feasible idea, apply. Application is very important. So experience. It is an age of experiencing, isn't it? Maybe a decade back, it already began very certainly. We used to call on this, experiential learning, even in training and development. Even when it comes to customer satisfaction, it's like customer delight, exceeding their expectation. It's customer experience. For example, information is over there. Yeah, it's big data is there, but then like UX UI, it's more of experience based. Yeah, for example, Facebook. If it's just your profile is mentioned over there, just verbal data is there, that's information. But the moment when you start speaking, these videos, these visuals, it's like experiencing. And also I want to highlight over here, when it comes to profile management under this networking, many of us we put the data about us, the bio data basically, our qualification and the rest of the things. I have seen sometimes many of us on social media, we put our unreal photographs. I'm not saying not yours but someone else. I can understand when girls are doing, I can understand that. But otherwise I have seen someone maybe too obese or maybe dark like me. So I have seen they put some images and look, I don't know what they do with those images, maybe edited version or something like, they look very slimmer, they look very fairer. I somewhere, I don't party to it. Whatever you are there. When it comes to presentation, work on your presentation, work on your personality. But jo aap ho, aap wahi batao. Yeah. So maybe you can upload your videos. You can upload your videos. So you are into some technical side, or maybe you are into some art form. So you can share your work. You can make a Facebook page. You should be there on LinkedIn, because on LinkedIn, you can connect with all those professional groups and professional people, and you can learn from them. You can be a member of certain consortium. You can definitely do that. You can participate into certain competitions also. So keep learning. Yeah. So on Instagram also you can put your videos, so that when people look at your profile, he is a real person. It makes sense. He's a real person. Yeah. Jo hai wo hai. There is no ambiguity. Yeah. There is no confusion. There is no doubt. Yeah. So this is what. In profile building, definitely, as I began my talk with publishing a book, if you are into writing, go for it. Don't think that you are very young. No. Go for it. If you are a blogger, go for it. Yeah. If you are into music, yeah, pick up some musical instrument, yeah, learn it, and then also participate into certain competition. Competition in not in kind of show off or some ego drive, but you should be able to rise the levels. You should competing with yourself, so that you can become better to best version, and keep learning. That's what. And it is not about certificates, gathering certificates, but fortunately people look at it. So when you are sitting in the placement drive, aside your ongoing course, whatever the course you are doing, for example, maybe journalism, or maybe business management, or hotel management, or maybe animation, maybe game designing, whatever it can be. It could be related with certain medical, healthcare. So you need to attend so many other courses, relevant courses. You should work on that. So this is what I mean. And at the same time, you should be knowing where the industry is going on. I'll come to it. Networking is basically knowing what industry expects, what kind of existing roles are there. And when you get into the job sites, then you will come to know, you put any position, any job role, and you will come to know in the job description, in key result areas, what competencies they expect. So if your academic course is not covering that, you need to start preparing on it. Yeah. This is what networking is. So now we'll get into cash, and maybe certain points will follow into cash also of your networking. Yeah. So cash, knowledge. So what kind of knowledge you should be into? It's basically knowledge of self-management. Yeah. You should be better and better. Co-explore, co-evolve. Stop exploring. Yeah. Apply, application. Don't depend only on the faculties or only on the university. Gyan har taraf bhat raha hai. You should be very open and apply. Yeah. That is knowledge of self, knowledge of the industry. And if suppose very immediately you are going to sit in the recruitment process, placement drive, and knowledge of that organization, knowledge of that role, where it's leading to. So that is what basically information is. And one of the strengths of you people, Generation Z, is you are the global citizen, if I may call. Because nowadays, any which ways, this pandemic has taught, it's basically remote remote areas. So you should know that you are a global citizen. Yeah. You will not necessarily physically be present in some other country, but you may get a job. You may get a job to work from here. You may get certain projects. You may get certain assignment. Be open. Be open. So that kind of knowledge, cultural knowledge, language command, you need to do all those things. Knowledge. Yeah. When it comes to that attitude. Attitude, I would like to say, attitude should lead to this understanding that you just can't just afford to be just a competent person, but you need to be a compassionate person. It is not, people, this is the grim reality, and this is a good reality basically. People don't care how much you know unless they know how much you care for them. So you need to understand that you are one. You need to understand at the end of the day, everybody wants to be happy, everybody wants to have that peace of mind. Yeah. So it is not, me, and you need to understand that we don't exist as an individual. We work as teams. Even as an entrepreneur, even when you're working on something, individual excellence is fine, but you are contributing something. So that's basically team is less me and more we. So we need to, more we in a sense, when you're working as an employee in a certain organization, a certain department, definitely, it's very visible. It's very understandable. But sometimes, some freelancers, they don't understand. They say, we are individuals, we are freelancer. So what do you mean by team? But that's fine. See, when you are working on certain assignment, you are connected with people. You need to start empathizing them, start understanding them. That's what. So you need to understand this. Now I know it's basically the right attitude. It's basically the right attitude. What that particular industry, what that particular organization expects from you, that particular role expects from you, that particular geography expects from you. You need to understand that, and you need to learn that, and you need to behave in that manner. Because the outcome of learning is basically behavior, change in behavior. That's the definition of learning. So that's basically about the attitude, the right attitude, be positive and all. Okay. So then comes the skills. What kind of skills? Oh my God! If you ask me broadly, it's about the soft skills, the human skills, basically. The social skills, whatever you call it, and then the technical skills, the hard skills. Yeah. So you should be learning everything during your bachelor's or during your master's. Yeah. Even when you are into 11th and 12th standard, you need to focus on this. Yeah. So like management skills. Even if you're not business management student, you need to work on the management skills. And management is basically self-management. Yeah, self-management. So you need to focus on that. And management, when you write management, it is basically manage men T. So it's managing men to achieve certain target within certain time by assigning certain tasks. This is my version of management. So it begins with self. Even when that management, it is men. When you cut the N, it is manage me. So you should learn how to manage yourself. It's time management, self-management, everything, stress management, change management, everything. So that's basically the skills, yeah. And now to be very, very straight, very practical, it's not about managing the team, the physical teams, yeah, but also the virtual teams. You may not be able to meet them, but they are sitting over there. So you should be able to you should be able to learn more, learn something new, which is existing, the current reality. Yeah, and also anticipate what is going to happen in the near future. You should prepare for that. Yeah, so that's basically the skills, the habit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when it comes to habit, you need to understand the psychology, the art and science, how the habits are formed. Yeah, the motor habits, the subtle habit, all kinds of habits, the social habit, physical habit, thinking, psychological habits, all kinds of habit, how it formed. So you need to work on that, and you should not be a slave to any habit. That's what. And a habit are formed, with continuous practice. Like, for example, body language. When you are presenting, so when you practice over a period of certain time, you will get into it. It will get internalized. Yeah, that can internalize. These are the stages of learning, basically. Yeah, unconscious. You understand, unconscious incompetence, then conscious incompetence, then conscious competence. Yeah. So you will understand. You can Google out about all those things. Internalization. It leads to internalization. Yeah. It becomes your habit. It gets into your nerve. When it comes to habit and it comes to overall Encash, Definitely, you must be studying the success stories, but I also request you, please also try to learn from the people who so-called fail in their professional life or maybe personal life. You can learn a lot from them. And also from your own age group. For example, there where I'm leading to, I'm going to conclude where it should lead to. For example, say Greta Thunberg. She's amazing. She's of your age. Yeah, she's working a lot when it comes to global warming. So, if I may ask you towards the end, and if you've been sincerely observing the energy pattern, we began with energy management. Yeah. So, where we are leading, the brain which I got inherited from my parents from their parent, ancestors, and all those things. Now you are a better version. This is what the energy is moving. The stream of consciousness is moving, right? Yeah. So now during our time, or maybe say agriculture age or industrial age, before the internet age, during our time it was like more on internet age, information age. Yeah. So the qualities and the characteristics of you people were very different, isn't it? There were certain limitations. But as you people now, you were there, you are our evolved version. You are our evolved version, isn't it? But there are certain limitations. So you need to work on. Yeah. For example, during our time, still there are certain pockets, in most of the parts of the world, even in India, a lot basically, where they suffer when it comes to poverty. But by and large, if I look at many metros in many other tier 2, tier 3 cities, तो रोजी रोटी का कोई उतना बड़ा मसला इतना नहीं है जितना 10-15 साल है, 20-25 साल पहले था, है कुछ पॉकेट्स में है. तो वेयर वी आर लीडिंग, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई वॉज अ हंग्री मैन, now my stomach is full, so what next after this? So you are our next version. So for you people everything is now given. I will not say spoon fed because you deserve it, you got it, it's your fate, you got it, you're born in such families. So now what you'll be doing? What you'll be doing now? Boys and girls, whatever you do, the information age should lead to transformation age. Yes, I did touch upon the ideation, the experience, whatever, but it should lead to compassion. If you are competent, are you compassionate enough? Are you contributing to the world? That's what, as an individual, as an entrepreneur, as an employee, we need to make this place, this Mother Earth, planet Earth, a fantastic place for all of us. We have seen where we are leading. Yeah. So now we need to change the direction. Yeah? We need to change the direction. The direction should be towards peace and prosperity for all. It should not be towards violence or hate. No, that's why. Because the understanding is, definitely most of you are like that. We are not here to compete with anyone, but we are here to complete with each other. In fact, I would say even not to complete. We are complete in ourselves. We have the unique pieces, but by completion, yes, when you look at it as a macro reality, macro unit, we all put together, we are definitely completing each other. So that should keep in mind. आप जो भी करो, एक अच्छा इंसान बनना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि इंसान तो रोज़ हज़ारों लाखों पैदा होते हैं, लेकिन इंसानियत कभी कभी जन्म देती है. So keep this in mind, and I love you all. Keep evolving, don't stop, keep exploring, and keep sharing. The byproduct of learning is basically sharing. If I truly learn something, the first feeling is gratitude. Oh my God, I got this. Now what I should do? I should share. What would be the new age? Or the new age which I see, which I perceive, is a man, a neo-man. By man I don't mean man or woman. It's a person. It's basically human being I'm referring to. If I may call neo-man, having heightened consciousness. The consciousness, like Buddha, the state of Buddhahood. It's a jump from intellect, the so-called intellect. It's basically brain coming to its fullest possible potentiality, flowering. That consciousness, as Rumi says, the consciousness sleeps in rocks, stirs in animals, and awakens in human being. So by awakening of that consciousness in human being, when this human being has achieved all the technological growth and has fed his stomach, I mean, अभी भूख प्यास का रोज़ी रोटी घर मकान का मसला नहीं रहा तो भाई क्या करेगा? What next? How we are going to live? Everybody should aspire to that evolution, not just growth. That is the true evolution. Is basically that consciousness leading to compassion, beyond borders, compassion for all. That's what. So it's peace. Let there be peace. Amen.